so when we're out walking, every time we see another dog, we have to put him back on the lead.
Yep.
I'd like to stop that.
This is what we call his weakness. He's great at running like a lunatic. He's great at having the time of his life. He's great at sniffing. He's great at moving fast. Tell me about Zippy, is it?
Yeah.
Zippy. Did you name him Zippy?
Yeah.
Where did that come from? I always like to know the origins of the dogs.
I just did a whole list of names, and that was one that we liked the most.
And none of you strike me as Swedish, so explain where the breed comes into it.
I'm Danish, so
Okay.
not far off, but I've had German Shepherds my whole life.
Culture shock.
Probably 8 German Shepherds, and then when I met Sally, she's got the Chiweenie.
Yeah.
My German Shepherds have died, so but having 50 kilo German Shepherd, Sally couldn't hold on to them, so
Yeah.
our neighbour had a corgi that Sally wanted one. We went to Crufts, I didn't really want a corgi.
Yep.
Saw these, and it gave us the size of the corgi, but the look of.
It's like a compromise.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only reason I ask is because it's such a sort of rare breed that we see.
Yeah, when we were talking to the breeders at Crufts,
Yeah.
it was we were looking saying they're trainable like German Shepherd. Their attitude's very similar, but without the size.
Yeah.
So that's why we went
Nice.
down that road.
No, must do a bit of research. So we've got all the exotic breeds today. We've got a standard poodle. We've got a Swedish Vallhund. So, you make your 2.5 hour drive back home after today. What would make you happy? What?
So the main thing's this. Like, so when I took for a walk this morning,
Yep.
and when we're at the office and things like that, I don't put a lead on him. He just is like my shadow. But when he sees another dog, when he sees like collies and things like that, because they're only interested in a bull, they're not interested in him, he just walks past. But as soon as a dog looks, shows interest, he's off.
Yeah.
And he will come back eventually, but so when we're out walking, every time we see another dog, we have to put him back on the lead.
Yep.
I'd like to stop that. And then I think from Sally's point of view, one of the big things, because he's quite boisterous,
Yep.
he will jump up and...
He still mouths me.
Yeah.
Still mouths you.
Yeah, and we can't work out how to stop it, and that's quite annoying. I just want to stroke him without him like trumpet and bite my hand. Doesn't hurt, but it's just annoying.
Because his default is just he loves
Chewing.
like the rough and tumble and play fighting. Like if you go to stroke him, he's not really a cuddler. He just wants to get rowdy.
So, couple of things, right? So his brain like is moving at 100 miles an hour when he's outside. So he's easily kind of turned on by everything. Yeah. You can leave it unlocked. Oh, hello.
Poor dog.
What's happening? Does it play?
I didn't put it. It's the alarm because it's not in dog mode.
But the alarm was playing music.
Yeah, it's
Pretty cool.
all kicks off.
It's like next level.
That's so if someone robs it, just start dancing.
Yeah.
Yes. So it locks you
I
in.
suppose it goes like one step above an alarm, doesn't it? Like starts blaring loud music. It's going to get a lot of curtain to it.
You make any more noise and I'm calling the police.
Right. So he's obviously very much moves at 100 miles an hour and he sucks at doing nothing. Yeah. So right now, this very basic exercise of being able to have a conversation, he wants to do anything other than do that. So his brain is there, it's there. It's not with us.
Yeah, because when we're in the office, he'll have the lead off and he'll just lie across your feet.
Yeah.
And you can have a conversation. But yeah, here, when he knows there's another dog, forget it.
So we need to slow him down.
Yeah.
First and foremost. The other thing is, you say he runs over to other dogs. So I'm assuming he's completely off his lead.
So
if we haven't caught him in time.
Okay.
yeah,
but-
we do something on a long line. So we've tried long line. We've tried keep him on a short lead, and yeah, it will still do the same thing regardless. And if you catch him quick enough, he won't take off. But if he's further away, so the main thing is if, let's say we're down the woods and then you turn a corner and you bump into a dog, that's...
Okay, right, let's do some lead walking bits, because I guarantee if I ask you to get him to walk nicely, he probably won't do it. Will he walk nicely?
Should do.
We'll wait for Sally to come back, and then what we'll do, nice and simple exercise, and this is how I'll just see where you're at. I want you to show me your best lead walking, up to that bench, around the bench and back up here. Nice and simple. No pressure. 99.9% of people fail. So.
I'm going to film you as well.
Right, so very basic exercise. Down to that bench, round the bench, back up here. Best heel walk, best lead walking you can do.
Heel.
He's got a little prance. It's a Swedish Vallhund, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I normally butcher dogs' names.
Is it
Vallhund.
just like cattle dog, because people don't go, oh what?
So I was trying to think what Valus.
I think it means cowhound. Cowhound?
Hund is dog. Val. It's like Dachshund means badger dog. Well, terrible.
Yeah, not better than that, but...
Yeah, but this is reality.
I'd
So
rather be naughty in front of you than, because
Oh,
we've
cool.
done dog training before, and then like with him, and then he's an absolute angel.
Yeah.
And you're like, are you joking?
So, the reason people always say it's normally better than that, and I believe you, but the reason I test you is it's a new place, lots going on. How does he walk? Because it's all well and good if you remove all the distractions, he'll probably do everything you want him to. Yeah, but that's not reality. Your problem is when things appear, when he's in a new place, when he's out of his comfort zone.
Yeah.
So that's what that little exercises demonstrate. So he went to go towards that, he went to go towards the bowl. All these little toys that are strategically placed around, they are placed around for a reason, not just we can't be bothered to pick them up. My dog will place them around and then we use them as distractions. So what I want to do, have you ever used anything other than a normal collar with him?
I did have one of the slip leads.
Okay, how did you get on with that?
They called grots or something like
Yep.
that. He would still try and pull through it.
Yep. So I'm just going to grab a nice simple little slip lead and just see if we can tighten up some bits here, because it is just about slowing him down. There's a couple of things you can do with your lead walking that will help massively, and then we'll obviously bring some dogs out and we'll go from there. So nice and straightforward, he walks on your left. It's the zippy show, isn't it? It's like if you see something, you're not fucking shy of confidence, are you, mate? Like, you're not shy about going forward. Love it. But it is. This is one of the things. So obviously, Zippy's impulse control sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why his recall sucks.
Yeah.
That's why it's difficult for him to walk past and ignore dogs. It's why it's difficult for him to stand here. It's all lack of impulse.
Yeah, the smaller the dog, the less interesting to him.
Okay, so we got a dog that's smaller than him, and we got two that bigger than him. So we've got things to work
Best
out.
mate's Kane
But
Corso.
the impulse control is made more evident when you bring something out, and the dog's like, "What is it?" And that is pretty cool with me putting on it. Assume he's fine with people?
Yep.
There you go, Zippy, have a treat. Let him finish that before I reach in. Because this is very, very important. Now, I'm not saying that he would do it, but one of the biggest mistakes people make when they use food to try and befriend a dog is they will give the dog a treat and then stroke the dog. Yeah? And a lot of people can come unstuck that way because he's still eating the treat. So he took the treat, that's what he wanted. He didn't necessarily want the stroke, he wanted the food. And then you start stroking him, so you've moved far too quickly with him, but because he's got food in his mouth, they can quickly guard it. Yeah. So if you're going to get to the stroking phase with him, after a few treats and things like that, once you know that he's finished it, then you can go down, let him sniff you, see how he feels. And you see how, because you've got your hand in his pocket, he doesn't give a shit about anything else. Yeah.
He doesn't care about fusses at all.
No. But so for me to go in and start trying to fuss him when he doesn't care about it, it becomes a bit problematic. Come here, Zip. Oh, I'm just going to pop this over your head. What's happened here? Oh, we're stuck in this lead. Oh, you are stacked. underneath all this fur. High up as it goes, all the way down, lose that. There we go. So we're just going to go down here. So just want to start to teach him what the end of the lead means. Yeah, because you see how I gave him a little bit and then he goes straight to the end of it. Yeah, I want to teach him what the end of this lead means. So you see how when he pulls, we can't move forward when he's like that. You see he's used to hunkering down because he's used to moving forward from time to time with tension on that lead or tension getting him what he wants. Yeah, so all I want from him, nice and simple, is if he pulls, just change that direction. Change that direction. I want to start slowly bringing him in to our bubble. Yeah, because he wants to move at 100 miles an hour. He has got 4 legs, we've got 2. It's not possible for me to maintain your speed, mate, so you have to walk at our speed. When you've done that, the boring stuff, then the good stuff happens, like you being able to go off and chase things and have the time of your life. But it starts with the very basics. Zippy, yes. 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 He's very loyal to you guys. He doesn't even really care where.
Not me. He's not interested in this. Just Christian.
Where are you going? Well, you spin around far too much. So, I want him to start to walk without sniffing everything and zigzagging. Because if I stop here, for example, good boy. Yeah, I want him to stop with me. You see how when we stop, he keeps going. See how he keeps trying to go forward, how he'll go behind and things like that. Because he sucks at doing nothing. Yeah, he can't. It's such a simple exercise, right? I just want to stand still for a second. Yeah, and you see he can't. He's like, what's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? So an exercise that I practice is just stopping for no reason. Good boy. Yeah, because I want him to start to be with me, not against me. Yeah. Don't trick me. Because he's not relaxed. You see how his legs are out like this? Many times you'll go down, go forward and then get back up. So we move a little bit. So I want him to start to walk at my pace. I don't want him sniffing the ground, zigzagging and all of that things, because I know that's what he loves to do and he's excellent at that. What he's not excellent at is stopping and just walking by my side. Yeah, but this is also why he can't walk past dogs without trying to get to them. It's also why he can't ignore a dog when it's off lead. Good boy. Yeah, so it's not about him not being able to sniff and explore, but if his nose is glued to the floor and he's all over the place, if I drop that lead, he keeps going. We're no longer doing the same activity. Right now the activity is just follow me. Yeah, where I go, you go at my pace. If I speed up, you speed up. If I slow down, you slow down. If I stop, you stop. Yeah, this is the boring stuff that sometimes dogs have to do. But if I want him to be able to successfully walk past a dog, I need him to be able to walk like this when there's nothing going on. I can't just practice this when there's dogs. Otherwise, I haven't done the reps. Let's go. Nope, let's go. See, he's getting distracted. Nope, let's go. He doesn't need to know what's behind us. Doesn't matter. He saw somebody moving around and he's like, yeah. Again, he's leaving the exercise. The exercise is walk with me. Let's go. Nope. Good boy. Nope. And he's like a spoilt child in a sense. It's like everything you tell him to do, he's going to try to offer something different, but what suits him, not me. So I tell him not to pull, he sniffs the floor. I tell him to stop sniffing the floor, he tries to go behind me. I stop, he tries to do everything other than stay here. These are actually the more difficult dogs to train, yeah? Like I had a Jack Russell the other day, piece of piss, 6 years old, just needed somebody to come in and say, look mate, this is what I want from you. How old is he, 14, 15 months?
A bit older than
About 18.
About 18 months. So he's smack bang in the middle of a teenager.
Yeah.
I want to do what I want to do, and everybody else can go screw themselves.
Yeah.
Good boy. Let's go. Nope. Let's go. Pay attention. Let's go. Oh, good boy. Hee.
It's what we used to find in training. He'd pick things up
Yep.
really quickly, but once you've asked him to do it 3 or 4 times,
Yeah.
he's had enough and he's not going to do
It's
it.
very much the Zippy show. What Zippy wants, Zippy gets in his mind. Yeah. And it stems from that lack of impulse. That's what he needs to understand. He needs to understand we're not taking his fun away. Yeah. Right now, you're doing something that's not so fun. That doesn't mean that you don't have fun. Yeah. Just like in life, not everything is a giant free-for-all where you can do whatever you want. Sometimes you have to do the more boring stuff. Yeah. Sometimes you have to work in order to get paid. Yeah. Well, to be fair, you pretty much always have to work to get paid. So you have to do the boring stuff. Right now, I want him to do a job, which is just be with me. It's a job that he doesn't want to do, but he has to do it.
Yeah.
Then he can have his freedom to run around once you've done your job. Yeah. This is what we call his weakness. He's great at running like a lunatic. He's great at having the time of his life. He's great at sniffing. He's great at moving fast. What he's not good at is doing things slowly and waiting.
Yeah.
So instead of playing to his strengths, which is something that he can do easily, I need to teach him the more difficult stuff, this bit, the just waiting. So I want on every walk you do with him, randomly, 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so, just stop at different amounts of time. Sometimes for 30 seconds, sometimes for a minute, sometimes a bit longer, sometimes a bit less. But he stays here. Short but relaxed lead. If he goes in front, he goes right back here. If he goes behind, he goes right back here. Yeah, because if I want him to start to be able to settle down while I have a conversation with somebody, or if somebody walks past me, see? So
Yeah.
he's getting better.
That's what we get. Like this morning, I was sat on the park bench for whilst there's 3 or 4 other dogs around, but he'll sit for
Yeah, so I have
minimal
to
amount of time.
I have to be more consistent than him. He's very willful. I have to be a little bit more willful. So we're going to go this way. We're going to see this dog, shall we? Do. Let's go. Let's go.
It's lovely.
It's a bit different to my other dog. It's a bit of a shock to the system.
She was just reading, it means herding dog.
Yeah.
He's got the impulse control of a
He
gnat.
does herd me all the time, like pushes me back really.
Yeah, if at work, if everyone goes
Literally
opposite
wants
ways,
to hold
he
on
just
to everything. Everything you tell him to do.
instinctively herds everyone.
Out as well as people are in different
But he just literally wants to hold on to everything. He's like literally, he's cracking me up. But that's the thing. Look, so see
He's
Ben just
sweet-natured, but yeah, he's just wanting to herd all the time.
But like, even if Ben moves fast, straight away he forgets what he's meant to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, And then if he's off the lead, I'm like, sorry about that, and he'll come back. But he comes back once he's done what he wants.
Yeah, because I can't run with him. If you need to go grab something quick, or the phone's ringing, you can't run because he'll have your ankles.
Yeah. So that's also something that we need to work on. But it starts here. It starts by teaching him how to behave here. Because if I can't get him to behave in this little bubble, how the hell am I going to get him to behave when he's over there?
Yeah.
If I can't stop him trying to pull towards a dog or pull towards a smell or pull towards a person, how do I expect him to do it when he's over there? So we start here, and then the freedom is given. But the freedom is given the more he behaves. There we go. So the exercise we're practicing, just getting him to stop by my side. Watch how quickly he forgets that exercise. Yeah, well, let's watch how quickly. Oh, he's already forgotten it. Yeah, because again, what happens is Zippy goes, and what happens is people go, well, this is no big deal, but I've asked him to stay by my side.
Yeah.
If I can't achieve that, how can I?
This is what we get.
Yeah. Yeah. So these two would be perfect for each other. She loves to run, she loves to tumble. Let's go. Nope. 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 Let's go. Good boy. Sit. There we go. You need to understand, just because there's a dog there, I can't say hello. If I want him to not run over to dogs when he's off his lead, I need to be able to achieve it here. I need to be able to basically, this lead needs to almost be invisible. Yeah? Walk forward a little bit, Ev. See there? He's not there yet. He needs to understand, just because there's a dog there, doesn't mean I can say hello. Let's go.
Yeah, because when we used to go to puppy training, he'd be fine. I could have him off lead in the hall, and he wouldn't run over to the others because he knew them and knew what the situation was. It's this first instant, because in 10 minutes he'll be fine.
Yeah. I should be able to go over. Back up. There you can tell his confidence levels. Look, you do that. Most dogs back up. Most dogs. He's quite happy to go through your leg. He doesn't care that your leg's there. But we should be able to sit here and have a conversation without him going, no. Because I get he wants to play. He's a playful guy.
Yeah.
But if you play with every dog you meet and you say hello to every dog you see, it becomes an expectation. And then when you can't, for whatever which reason, maybe it's a service dog, maybe the dog's not friendly, he can't cope. So he gets stressed, he starts whining and barking.
That's our biggest success. For the first year, he didn't meet another dog outside of Puppy Show. We keep him on lead to keep him away, but he's still like it.
Yeah. Good boy. Not a bad guy, are you? Just too much. At times, you just want it all at once. But yeah, we have to really start practicing more boring stuff with him. Because like I said, these are things that we would typically avoid. Because we're like, oh, just let him do that, it's fine, he's friendly, doesn't matter. But the reason he struggles is because we only stop if we have to. So we only stop if we have to talk to somebody, or we only stop if there's a dog. Or so he has to start getting used to stopping for no reason. He has to get used to, unless I say, go on then, you shouldn't be doing it. So there's Myla. You can give it back to her. Let's go. Good boy. So it's much better that time. Yeah. And I get that obviously he gets used to the dog, but we have other dogs. But the point is, I need him to understand that you can't necessarily say, what are you doing, mate? Come here. Has he still got his testicles?
Yeah.
They don't bother me. But look, it's things like that. I need it, I need it, I need it. Nope. He's a determined little cookie.
We find he doesn't care about being told off either.
No.
It doesn't bother him at all.
No, it's because it's not happened in a way that he understands. So again, little things like that. You see how, again, he was here, but then he goes, if I ignore that, that's step one to him starting to leave the exercise. Then step two is him going. Yeah. So again, bum back round here. You don't need to know what's happening over there. If I'm not concerned, you don't need to be. Yeah. We stick to like these three. Look, he's just fucking all over the place. You really suck at this. Thanks, Ev. Let me put Milo away. Good boy. Stayed in our little bubble. Yeah. So again, I'm trying to make it crystal clear for you. Yeah. Good things can happen in this circle. Look in. 1, 2, 3. Good boy. That'll do you. Something that we want to drum into him as well is there's something really interesting down there that you like, because he's like desperate to get it. Something that I want to drum into him is like a 3-second rule. Yeah. So that what's happening here? No. There. Yeah. Because again, if he's staring behind me and I ignore that, what happens if it's a dog that comes out of somewhere or something like a jogger? Yeah. He needs to understand to be facing in the direction I'm going. Yeah. It seems like a silly little thing, but it's these silly little things that he gets away with, which is why when he sees a dog and you call him, he's like, no. Yeah. Staying with us. I don't mind him having a look. I don't want him to be robotic, but we stick to like a 3-second rule. So if he hears something, that's something, he's desperate to get something down there. Don't know what. But again, just because you want it doesn't mean you can. Yeah. You can't just take everything you want. Yeah. I've asked you to do a simple exercise. 1, 2, 3, come back with us, because you're getting too disconnected. Right now, I just want to be able to have a conversation with you. And a conversation with you. Good boy, checks in with me. What do you want? That's what I want. So I'm going to reward him for those good choices, but I'm going to hold him accountable for when he goes rogue. Nope. Just stay here. The whining's getting less and less as well, and the barking's getting less and less because we're practicing it more frequently. Yeah. All I want is a very simple exercise. One of the most simplest exercises, but 9 out of 10 people fail it. Stop with your dog and see if the dog can hold that position by your side. Yeah, if there's things going on. Where's your dog? Does your dog change its whole position? Does the dog get up and go forward? Is the dog's nose straight down to the floor? Yeah, or can the dog do this bit where it's just standing in the same direction as you, facing the same way as you? Good boy. I drop those in his lap to keep him there. Yeah, see how the legs are coming out to the side, see how he's calming down.
That's what he does at the office to show him that that's how it is.
And then you give him an inch.
Yeah.
Takes a while.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's ever been asked to really achieve this outside. Yeah. Particularly in a park where there's dogs and things like that. Yeah. So all it is if he can say hello, we let him say hello. If he can be off his lead, he is. So when he's outside, it is almost always go.
Yeah, because like this morning we walk past dogs that aren't interested in him. It's if they show interest, it's...
The reason I brought Myla out
best.
first is because Myla is still very young and dumb and she's still learning. Myla, she's a very friendly dog. She wants to play with dogs. She knows that she can't go over to them unless she's said, but she will still kind of, what's going on? Yeah, good boy. Just kind of mooching around a little bit. Nice. So staying with you now, which is good. A little bit of whining, which is okay. Nice. Make his life a little bit more challenging in a minute. What I would say to you, although it's a nice little bend you got in that lead, hold it shorter with your left hand, because when things like this happen, if he's got too much lead, he can shoot straight in front of you. So again, just keeping him nice and chilled out. Missed it, don't I? So bring him by your side. Get moving and then just come back into the picture. Up there. Put some treats down in his hand. Just to give him something to focus on a little bit. Ask him to sit. And you see how he's staying with you. It's obviously very hard when a dog is running around. So we want to help him out a little bit. Right, so then what we do is we just walk. So we go for a little walk together and we see, making sure that he does this. So you see like he's like very disconnected. So it's important that he doesn't forget to there we go. He needs to be able to understand that not everything is on him. So those times he's looking at you, don't be afraid to give him one of those treats. You're talking middle.
When he was about 8 weeks old and he's...
Because what he's doing right now, I'll let you into a little thing. He knows that we don't want him to come here. You've got a treat in your hand. So what he is doing is he's trying to offer you anything other than this. And we're kind of ignoring him. So when he's looking at you, just reward him from time to time. There's a error. Dropped a bit. Oh, that's alright.
Had you, boo.
Thank you, hon. And of course, every time we go somewhere different part, he's going to try to fight a little bit more. So if we go, say, over here, it's an area that he's not actually visited yet, I expect his nose to go down. But remember, we haven't said it's time for you to run around. Right now, you're doing the boring stuff, which is walk by my side. But we have to be really strict with this bit, yeah, to have more success. Because this is the impulse bit that he's fighting. Every time his nose goes down, because he wants to sniff, every time there's a dog and he wants to go over to it, this is where we're struggling. This is where he shuts off those ears.
Yeah.
This is where he goes, bollocks to what you want, this is what I want. So it's important that we practice this and we're strict with this bit. Because the next bit of him running around, he's fucking great at that. Yeah, he wants to do everything fast. It's part of his breed, it's part of his personality. Nice. what we're going to do, we're going to have a cup of tea, we're going to put Milo away, and we're going to make him wait. Then after that, we're going to let him play a little bit. So again, nothing should change. I expect him to change a little bit, like the whining to increase. Nice, good boy, definitely reward that. Yeah, because he made that decision then. He's learning, like he's a smart cookie. He's learning that I can't do it. He's learning that I do have to stay grounded. That's fine. Helps us. But again, see that? No, nice, good, reward that. So what he's doing, these are moments when he would normally go...
Zippy, sit.
So now this is the consistency bit comes in.
Sit.
Making it happen. Nice. Making good choices. Yeah. So he needs to understand that it doesn't matter whether a dog appears from nowhere or whether a dog's there and it's not going anywhere. You have to hold that position, because like I said, if he can't do it next to you, how do we expect him to ignore the dog over there? How do we expect him to not run over to that dog? Recall starts here by our side. Recall doesn't start when the dog's 100 feet away from us. You're already at a massive disadvantage. Sit. Yeah, but now he's learning that, okay, that's not what you want from me. It's in his best interest to start to come up with better choices, and these are the ones you reward. As soon as Sophie said yes, he looked under your leg, but then he's like, Dad, I'm here, Dad.
And I let him look a little bit longer than I would normally, but more to see. Not that I don't trust you, but more to see.
What we are effectively trying to build with him is just a little bit more tolerance with that impulse.
Yeah.
Yeah, because every behaviour that you've mentioned stems from lack of impulse control. Wait. Just chill out, mate. So it doesn't matter what Frank's doing. Nice. Oh.
Gonna run out of treats.
So we got a Prefler. But the other thing is,
sit.
You don't have to reward every time. In the beginning, the more you do it, the more frequent it will happen. Right. So let me just whack Frank away and get you along. The other thing is we've stopped. Yeah. Many times when you stop a behaviour, stop the exercise, and then start again, the dog will quickly revert back to trying to pull, trying to do this, because they'll be testing to see if that was a one-off or if we're serious. So before we let him have freedom, we're just going to get up and we're going to say heel, and we're going to walk off with him by our side. Remember what heel is? Not sniffing, not doing all of those things. He needs to be on your left, not your right, because he's set up to do that.
Heel.
Yeah. So making sure he's doing that. Then I'll show you how to transition from that to freedom and how we can use that to start to build his recall.
Heel.
Nice. Nice looking in, checking in. Right. So, come towards me. So what we do, right, is once the dogs walk nicely and we're happy with the behaviour, what we do is we go sit, wait for that, break, and we let the dog have some freedom to be in front. It's because your hand's in your pocket. Yeah, but here's where you start to teach a dog about boundaries. See how I've given him an inch? And now he's trying to run into the end of the lead, trying to do that. If he pulls, we don't keep going forward. Yeah? He needs to understand that if I give you freedom, it's not 0 to 100. There's a process in between. So many people struggle as soon as they give the dog a little bit of time to sniff and do that. So I still want him to stay with us. Now I just don't care if he's sniffing or if he's just not allowed to pull me. Yeah. Nope. And if it's a smell that he wants and he pulls me towards it, then I'm going to take that slack out. So let's take him somewhere where he's likely to eat, like this bench. See how he's pulling? Slack comes out, then we can take him towards it. So it's not about him not having it, just don't drag me to it. Because if you can drag me to that, and you can drag me to the lamppost, and you can drag me to that tree, you're going to drag me to that dog. And then we go further back to the problems we were having. Tension on the lead, we don't go anywhere. Slack comes out, we'll go. But if you want something, do not drag me. We're together, it's not the Zippy show.
Yeah.
Right, let's give you some longer lead, Zippy. Do you want to take Zippy just for a second? Because the reality is, if we're using the slip lead to have a little bit more control, it's pointless putting a big mistake people make, right? Again, it's because your hand's in your pocket. If you stop putting your hands in your pocket, you'll stop doing it. He's so programmed to this means something. So if you ever wondered why you're standing there and the dog jumps up at you and things like that, or it's because he's so used to this, means something's coming out. Yeah. So sometimes just changing that makes a world of a difference. But here's where a lot of people struggle. You'll walk the dog on a slip lead to have that extra bit of control and things like that, because you struggle to have control when he's here on his normal lead. But then when we want to give him more lead, more freedom, more opportunities to get himself in trouble effectively, we take the slip lead off and we attach this to, say, a harness or a normal collar.
Yeah.
But we didn't have control on that when he was here. So how are we going to have control on that when he's got much more lead? So we make sure that we attach the lead to the training device. So in this case, we're going to attach it to a slip lead. Got him, mate. Off you go. We're going to let him go out. We're going to let him have a little play. He can sniff around, all of these things. Now, one of the things we're going to do, well done, mate. Yeah. I want him to go around. I want him to get a little bit distracted. So we'll just move around, And what I want you to do is, if he starts to run over to that fence, I want you to step on his lead. Can't piss on it again, mate. You've already done it the first time. Ev, would you mind bringing out a dog? Eddie. We want to keep him with us. But this lead, let's go back this way. I'll wait for him to see the dog. I want to wait for him to see Myla. I want to see what he does, whether he runs straight over to it, whether he stays with us, whether he looks at us before going over to it. So yeah, he's getting a little bit more comfortable now. So what we're going to do, just walk over to us and stop when I say. So what we're going to do, just going to wait for it. About there will do, dude. Nice. That's it. Reward. Right. What the purpose of this lead is one, to stop him running over to another dog, but two, to create an invisible boundary. So many dogs are so comfortable being too far away from their owners. Yeah. This is a big training centre, but the dog does not need to be in the corner of this training centre. Yeah. If he's comfortable going 40 feet, 50 feet, 60 feet away from us, yeah, that's why he's so able to run over to other dogs, because he does it without a second thought. So, I'll go over his step off for a second and see what he does. So we've stepped on his lead once to stop him running over to Myla, but now another dog's just come out. That's it. But see how he's more aware. So now, Zippy, yeah, because we're creating breaks. Step. Nice. Yeah. So what he's doing, we've created this little bubble so far. But the beauty of this line is, as soon as the dog starts to go too far away, step on it and practice that often. What it does is create that invisible boundary. Stops him from going too far. It'll also make him pay more attention. Can you move around a little bit, Ev? Good boy, reward him. Because he knows now that he can't run over there. And if he tries it, you're on the lead, and look, he comes straight back. The problem you've got is you're letting him off his lead. And his recall's pretty good until he sees a dog. So if you catch him before he sees the dog, that's great. But if he doesn't, he then runs over to the dog. But we're setting ourselves up for success. We're also making it a negative. We're teaching him to only behave when that lead's on, because the only time that lead comes on is when your fun's being ruined. Yeah, so I see a dog, right, let's put you back on the lead. See a dog, put you back on the lead. So it can become a negative, and the dog can even start to play a bit silly beggars. Yeah? What I want you to do is say zippy this way and walk off. Nice.
Oh, my foot's in it though. Yep.
That's it. Yeah, because we can't have him running over to other dogs. He needs to understand, just because there's a dog moving around, that dog's on a lead. Nice. That's it. So he needs to just slow down. I think we're making a mistake of giving him too much freedom without practicing the more boring stuff. Yeah, he's very good when he's switched on, but we're letting him these little things slide that don't seem like a big deal. Walk towards us a little bit, Ev. Nice. And see now, he's just kind of doesn't care so much about what that dog's doing. Yeah, he's going, okay, so I can't run over to it. Yeah, so when we're over a field and there's other dogs around, I don't need to restrict his freedom. I don't need to put him back on a short lead. I just need him to understand, look, just because there's dogs there doesn't mean you can run over to them. Yeah, and then for argument's sake, if we wanted to, we could effectively bring him over here. Zippy. Nope. Sit. Hey. Good boy. Come on in. You can. Drop that lead, dude. So it's not about him not being able to play with a dog. It's just about him learning not every dog I can play with. And if I say something, yeah, so again, remember, we're not taking his fun away. He just has to earn it a little bit. He just has to do the boring things a little bit. And then, we're all tangled up, that didn't go well. What we do is we just take this. And we just go back to, there we go. You see how now he's gone from 0 to 100? So now he needs to understand, after play, to calm back down. Yeah? See how Mila's quickly calmed down? Because this isn't her first rodeo. But he goes from 0 to 100, and then his breaks get worse.
Yeah.
Yeah? So I want to go back to, I know you was playing and having fun a second ago, but I also want you to be able to walk with another dog, hang out with another dog. It's not always rough and tumble. Yeah? Come on, mate. Slow down. Nothing is about ruining his fun. It's just about making him work for it. Yeah? Stop. Nope. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, I've got no hands. You're just going to have to fucking lump it, mate. Just going to have to do this without a treat. Yeah, I know. You're doing really good. I'm just happy about it. You're just going to have to lump it. Stop staring at her. Good boy. You can't have anything either. Like I said, they're fine to play with each other. You think I'm silly? I'm wise to that. I'm going to lay down and be cute. Right. Can you put Mila away for me, please, dude? Thank you. Right, what we're going to do is take him out onto the road to make sure that this is starting to transfer over. Obviously, dogs are very good. This is why some dogs behave really well in training classes, but as soon as you remove them from the training class, they're like dicks. So, obviously, he's getting the hang of this. Will you still behave over there? So, one of the things we're going to do is we're going to start with... We're going to start by just doing a nice little stroll out there, making sure he can listen, and then see if he can walk past dogs without being a dick as well out there. So do you want to take him? I really like him. He's got bags of character. Like I said, him and my dog would get along like a house on fire, right?
He is really fun and everyone loves him at work. It's just when you're trying to go home and then another dog turns up, you got no chance.
Yeah, he's
then
just...
you get those stupid people that then throw a ball past him so their dog will chase the ball.
Oh, really?
And then it's...
Nice. You've done a good job with him. There's lots that are really sort of, that a lot of people that come here don't have. Like, he is very quick to respond to you. He is very obedient. He's very friendly. He's very sociable. So you've done a really good job in those areas. You are just not doing the boring stuff.
Yeah, I think the hardest thing is, like with the German Shepherds, because they were 8 or whatever we had, they've never been interested in other dogs.
No, German Shepherds are very much, I just want you.
Yeah. So then with him, it's like a complete shock to the system of that's been so hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard on his recall and checking the lead and stuff, but it's like that sitting like what you've just done. We never stopped to that degree.
It's because, again, in the nicest sense of the word, people don't miss it because they don't want to do it. They just don't think about it. Yeah, when you're out of the dog, you're like, right, it's your time to do all of this. And then the only time you do stop is when you have to. Yeah. But that will often, we let this car go past, we'll just move over to the side. But then often, what happens is we're stopping because there's another dog, or we're stopping because there's a Perth drama queen. Yeah, or we're stopping, so bring him back by your side. Yeah.
Stood on his foot.
Or we're stopping. So stopping actually becomes more stressful because it's an indicator that something's there. Yeah.
And like, we know, like, oh, the dog's trying to put him on the lead. That's got to be like stressful for him.
Yeah.
Like, so that's why we don't.
But that's also why it's almost like I must get to that dog because as soon as I see it, you're gonna stop it. Whereas if he's just dragging his lead around with him, you're just teaching him those boundaries. You're rewarding him. Then if they go, all right, my dog says hello. What we do is we go, yes, but give me a second, step on that lead, wait for him to look at you, go on in, and give him permission.
Yeah.
It's not about him not being able to play with dogs, but he needs to understand just because there's a dog there doesn't mean I can say hello to it. Right, so 2 main reasons why dogs will take a disliking to him. Number 1, his testicles. Yeah. His testicles, other dogs don't like. That testosterone that's building up and everything like that, that's what they're going to struggle with. So if you've got a male dog and certain dogs are taking a disliking to him, it's for one of 2 reasons with your one. One, he's got testicles. So other male dogs won't like it. Yeah? It's the testosterone, so many male dogs can be reactive to intact males. The other reason why is if he's like the Duracell bunny, shaking, barking, I want to get to you, I want to get to you. That energy can be too much. The way he met Mila was beautiful, but it's because we took the time for him to be nice and calm before letting him do it. If we let him say hello to Mila when he's at the end of the lead, garroted himself and fucking barking, he's going to come over to that dog with too much energy. Then it comes across as rude. So that's it. Now the reality is, having him neutered, so other dogs like him better, is not a reason to get your dog neutered. Yeah, you just need to not let dogs run over to him that you don't know, and be more selective about the dogs you put your dog around, which people should be anyway, because this is why dogs get attacked, because you just keep letting strange dogs say hello to each other, thinking it's always going to work out for the best. Myla is such a sociable dog. She's had a play with your dog. They were absolutely fine, played lovely, right? Yeah. She has about 5 dogs that she plays with on a regular basis. Yeah, she ignores more than that on a daily basis. She is taught to ignore more dogs than she can say hello to. So while I'm talking to you and your dog's trying to get to her and Myla's just sitting here, it's because she practices ignoring more dogs than she can say hello to. And it's how we taught your dog. So your dog tries to get there, no, come back. Tries to get there, no, come back. Does it 15 times, back 15 times. Now the dog's starting to look at you more and go, what do you want, what do you want? When we have that, if the dogs are compatible, if we're happy, then we can let them say hello like we did. But teach your dog to ignore more dogs than it can say hello to, and then it stops becoming an expectation. The recoil improves, the lead walking improves, the behaviour improves, just like that. So on your left. So, a couple of little things, we're gonna work on it. Let me just pop this down. So, start the walk the right way, okay?
Because he'll quite often work for Sally, but if he doesn't want to do so, that's when he kind of bullies.
Most people fail the lead walk before it's even began. Before you've even left the house, you need to be able to pick up this lead without him whining and running around like a lunatic.
Yes, he doesn't do that.
No. So you pick up this lead round. Wait. It's because, again, you see how intuitive they are with body language. Yeah, they're better. Right. So we need to be able to pick up this lead randomly throughout the day. Yeah. His hands in your pockets again. He tells me every time he hands. No, it's your hands in your pocket. Yeah. Hey. Let's just get you moving for a second. Come around. There we go. So we need to pick up that lead randomly throughout the day. Move it around. Every time you make a cup of tea, pick up his lead, move it to a different area. He might go, oh, we're going for a walk. We're going for a walk in the beginning. But very quickly, it stops being that. Then number 2 is the threshold. Then number 2 is the threshold. So many people struggle because the dog's gone through the door straight away, locked and loaded. The dog needs to be calm before you leave the house. And then number 3 is once you're out the house and you've done everything right, you don't start the walk the right way. If I start the walk and he's like this, we've already lost the battle. So he needs to be by my side, lead short but relaxed, looking up at me like this. Not fixating on over there or over there or over there. I want his attention that we are going together. Zippy, up here, then we go. And then if he starts to pull, on, off, on, off. Yeah. So let's get you set up the right way. So have him on your left, bring him to your left. So you're so used to, instead of bringing him to you, you go to him. Yeah. So that nice and simple. So if I want him on my left and he's here, I don't do this. That's cheating. Because then he moves forward and then I go. And then he moves forward and then I go like that. And before we know it, look, we're right where he wants to be. So if I want him there, just yeah. So if I give you the wait, oh, there's so much poo here today. Has Steve not been here today? So take a step back and bring him towards you. That's it. And then step forward. That wasn't too bad. Right. Now, I want to bring him into your side a little bit more. That's it, about there. Remember, his right paw not passing your left foot. Stand up straight. You know what he looks like, so we don't need to stare at him. So loosen off your shoulders. Yeah. Shorten up that lead a little bit. And that was giving him more lead. Oh. Other way. There we go. Showing up the lead. Yeah, have the whole lead. And whenever you're ready, you want him to look at you so you can say his name or something like that.
Zippy.
Like you mean it.
Zippy.
There you go.
Looks at you. Zippy.
That's it. And then off you go. Now, know what he looks like, so stop looking at him. Feel through the lead. So when you feel tension in that lead, play almost the opposite game. So if you feel it going down, pull up. If you feel him going in front, pull up and bring him back by your side, then relax. So you're giving him more lead. You started with this much lead, then you went with that. And do you know why that's happening? It's because you're not taking the pressure out. So the mistake you're making is as you're walking and he's pulling, you're letting him have more lead before taking the pressure out. What we want is by our side, nice but relaxed, and as soon as he goes in front, we're just up and relax, up and relax, up and relax, up and relax. It's ever so subtle, it's all in the wrist, yeah? But he doesn't get more lead. He has the same amount of lead, bring him round, relax. So start to feel, I know what he looks like. I know his nose just went down there. I didn't do anything. I know he's not where he should be because there's tension in this lead. Yeah, I don't need to look down to see where he is. I can feel. So if I can feel, like now, I need to turn that off. Yeah, on, off, on, off, on, off. Because when he's where he should be, that lead is relaxed. When he goes rogue, I feel tension. That's my job then to communicate with him. Right now is exactly where I want him to be. A little bit ahead, good boy. Sit, so remember what I said, bring him to your side, shorten up that lead because he's got far too much lead there. What you're looking for is when he's in the correct position, yeah, so he's not in the correct position.
Zippy.
That's it. So he's still not in the correct position because you see how he's over here. Like you're so disconnected right now, yeah, but it's fine. It's what we're practicing, yeah? So bring him by your side, that's it, shorten up that lead. Hold the lead up in your right hand, the full length like that. Let your arm meet it, let your left hand meet it, that's it. That's how much lead he should have for your height. That's how you determine how much lead the dog should have. Right, what you do, dog by your side in the correct position, hold it in your right hand, bring your hand down there, that's how much lead he should have. Put the rest of it in the other hand. Now, it's tight when he goes rogue. When he's in the correct position, it's nice and relaxed. We walk forward, he goes forward. Because the lead's the correct length, I felt that tension. I then pull up ever so slightly, put him in where I want him to be. Go this way. Not ankle biting time. Exactly where I want him. Tension, take that tension off. Tension, take that tension off. Yeah? You got this. Have every faith in you. That's it. Then put the rest in your left hand and don't give him more lead than that. Off you go. Who does the majority of the dog walking?
If it's solo, it's me. But we do go together.
Take him with you. Perfect.
Rarely Sally on her own. But he also spends all day in my office with me.
He's also like a typical teenage boy. He doesn't like mum telling him what to do. But that's better. But if you feel him pulling that way, walk into him a little bit. Change the trajectory. You don't have to walk in a straight line. There you go. That's perfect. Just cut straight in front of him. Because he's not paying attention. So if you tread on him, that's his fault. Yeah, he'll be more aware next time. See how he's looking up at you now. But that's because you changed trajectory. I can never say that word. But you changed the path that you was on. Yeah, bring him out, that's it, then relax. There you go. Such a... Bring him out and then relax. No, that's stopping. Just relaxing your arm, just relaxing yourself. Not staying tense or anything like that. The more you look at him, look, this is dogs, right? This is brilliant. Perfect example right here, right? He knows, he's so aware of movements, yeah? So every time you stick your hand in your pockets, what does he do? Looks at you like he's expecting a treat. Humans are crap at reading dogs, but dogs are experts at reading humans. Watch what happens if I walk and I'm paying attention to anything and I'm paying attention to him. go straight off. Watch what happens if I short back, relax lead, back him up, let's go. Looking forward, head up, shoulders up. As soon as I start doing this, he knows that I'm not looking forward, that I'm not confident. When you walk a dog, it has to be walk like you own the street. As soon as you start slowing down, as soon as you start paying attention to him or start fixating on something over there, he knows that your attention is gone. Yeah? Looking at him, and he's gone. Same thing. Such a bastard. Love it. Same thing he wanted, head up, shoulders up. The difference. Walk with confidence, walk with a bit of swagger, walk like if there's something in front of you, you're going to walk straight through it. Obviously don't, but you have to project that confidence. If I'm staring at him the whole time, watching his subtle changes, I'm not projecting what I want. I'm not walking with confidence. And then he's not going to follow me. He's going to go, well, there's no authority here. Do whatever the fuck I like. Let's go. Nice. Take him with you. No negotiations. That's the best one so far. He's been a bastard, but don't have it.
Yeah, that was good.
Again, he's so turned on by movement. Nice.
If you stamp your foot, he's ready.
Right, we're going to take him up on this bench, okay? And then I want you to have a little sit down with him. Because I know that's where he struggles as well. Likes to turn it into a game. Right, so sit down and just stroke him a little bit. See, when does he normally mouth you?
At home, usually, like if I was just to stroke him,
Yeah.
he would just, or if he doesn't like me and him being close,
If we sit on the sofa,
he,
I'd rather if we sit on the sofa, but if, like
he won't let me cuddle him.
yeah, if Sally was on the sofa and I went and sat next to her,
Yeah.
and he was on the other, so like on his bed, he'd come running over, get in between.
Okay, let's just try that. We've got a sofa in there. Come in. Because again, thresholds. Door open doesn't mean we're going to run straight in. So I apologise for the sofa. It's full of dog paw prints. But yeah, feel free to take a seat. So
if Sally was just watching TV,
yep,
and then I just came over to sit down,
yep.
that's when he'd normally try and push me away.
Okay, so let's just try that. So just take a sit down. Probably more.
I'm not interested now.
Yeah, and then one of us at that point, if he hadn't got distracted, one of us would have got out.
Here. Oh. Hello, bum round. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, no.
That's too tempting.
Hey. Shh. I'll try again.
That's when he'd normally drag
Alright. So
that hand away.
Let's go out here. You might do it on the bench. If you sit on the bench and do it. Let's see what it doesn't seem to care too much right now.
No, too much on. But
Yeah.
yeah, when we're at home, if we sit on the same sofa,
Yep.
that's not fair. If he's in a calm mood and whatever, then
Or
doesn't
like
care.
on the bed,
But
like if I come in the morning and then I go to like sit on the bed. He's just like in
Yeah.
between us, trying to like break us
Because
up.
normally it's if Sally's brought him home from work and then I've come home like 3 hours later, or in the mornings when he hasn't seen me for 6 hours or whatever, that's when Sally's not allowed near me. It's his time.
It's not aggressive, but it's controlling.
Yeah. So the bed in the morning, does he sleep in your bed?
No, he
No.
sleeps in his cage.
Sleeps in his cage?
Yeah, which downstairs in the dining room.
Okay. How does he work his way up to your bed?
So I get up first and I let him out, and he would rather go and see if the door's open for the bedroom, than go to the toilet. Then he remembers he needs the toilet. But yeah,
normally the bedroom door's shut and he'll just lie outside the bedroom door for 2 hours or an hour and a half, whatever it is, from when Sally's got up.
Yeah.
And just lie outside the door until Sally comes up and opens the door.
First, which doesn't happen often, he wouldn't even come and look for me.
Okay. So there's a couple of things. Has he got a bed outside of his crate?
Yeah, he's got one in the lounge.
Communal bed.
But he doesn't. He'll lie on a bed for about 5 minutes, but he'd rather be on the wood or the tiled floor.
So there's a couple of things that we need to teach him. Right. We need to teach him that he's not allowed to come between you guys. Yeah, we don't want that. Yeah. So what I want to start practicing is a bed command. Yeah. Using a mat or something like that. Pop him in on there, sitting down, you two sitting down. If he gets off, one of you gets up, puts him back on. The one that puts him back on is the one that sent him to his bed. So if Sally sends him to his bed, Sally must finish this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He normally would, if you said go to somewhere, he would go and sit on his mat.
So we need to start
He
to
just doesn't
teach him
stay
there's
there.
new rules to this sofa. So if he wants to come on the sofa, he has to earn it. The same way if he wants freedom, he has to earn it.
Yes, unless he's really tired. He gets on the sofa because we've got on the sofa. He doesn't want to be on the sofa because he just gets too hot and lies on the floor. But if we get on the sofa, that's when.
But he's definitely guarding you in certain situations.
Yes, but this is what I mean. So if he wants to get on the sofa because you've sat on the sofa, he has to earn it.
Yeah.
So if he jumps on the sofa, he gets straight off the sofa. If you haven't invited him on, he has to come straight off the sofa, right? So in that case, what you do is you send him to his bed. You and Sally sit down and get comfortable. If he gets out of his bed before you've invited him over, you stop what you're doing and you put him straight back in his bed.
Yeah.
When you guys are comfortable and he's in his bed, that's when you can then call him over. But when you call him over, it's important that you pick a side that you want him on, depending where you're sitting on the sofa. He's not allowed to climb on you or go between you. This is how bites actually eventually happen. Yeah. So if you're sitting on the sofa like that and you're on the arm and Sally's sort of in the middle of the sofa, he'd have to cuddle up to Sally.
Yeah.
If he doesn't want to do that, tough tease. Yeah. He can go somewhere else.
Yeah.
He's not gonna come and squeeze between you and get you to move over, or squeeze in the middle and get you to move over. Because if that happens, your dog is controlling you, getting one of you to move away, saying this is my spot, and then if one of you tries to cuddle, then he can guard you. Yeah. If you're sitting the other way round and Sally's on the arm of the chair, you invite him up, he can cuddle up to you. He's not allowed to go between you. I would also probably have him on a lead inside the house for a couple of weeks when he's not in his crate, so it's much easier. So if he jumps up, you can just grab his lead and you don't have to worry about him mouthing. You can just pick up his lead and lead him off. If he does start mouthing you, you can go, oi, and you can interrupt it straight away. Now, that wasn't an unfair correction. He was actually whining, so it's actually nice timing there. Right, I didn't just correct him for no damn reason. But that's what you would do. So if he was trying to mouth you, oi, get off. But it's one thing to interrupt, but you have to then show him what you want. As I said, if you sit on the sofa and he jumps on the sofa and you go, no, get off.
Yeah.
What do you want from me? Go to your bed for 5 minutes. Once you've settled down in your bed and we're settled down on the sofa, come on in, mate. Up you come. If he comes up and goes, no, I don't want to do this,
Yeah,
well,
he
go back to
definitely
your
wouldn't
bed,
come
it's
up
fine.
then. Yeah.
Yeah. But because it's the Zippy show.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to be on so or cuddle.
No, Zippy, what Zippy wants to do, and what I've noticed throughout this session, is every time you ask Zippy to do something, he'll do the exact opposite. If you stop Zippy doing something, he'll purposely do something else. Yeah, right, you don't want me to pull, I'll fucking sniff. Don't want me to sniff? Right, I'll try and bite your fucking ankle. Or I'll try and go between your leg. we stop. I want you to stop here. No, I want to stop there. No, I want to stop there. I want to stop there. It's the zippy show. I don't actually want to come and have a cuddle. I just want you to know that if I want to come between you, I will. Yeah. But this is how we achieve this. By going, I know what, mate, it's not the zippy show anymore. Yeah, you're not paying rent, you're not contributing to the mortgage. Yeah, you're not going out, doing a job, bringing in an income. That bed you're sleeping on, I pay for it. The food you eat, I pay for it. The roof over your head, I pay for it. Until you can go out and get a job and contribute, my house, my rules. It's what I tell my children. Yeah. Well, it's unfair that you get to do that. Right. Now, the moan about the telly, I'll tell kids to turn the telly down. But your telly's always loud. Yeah, it's my fucking telly. Well, why is that fair? My house, my rules. Yeah. When you start paying rent, yeah, or you have your own place, you can have the telly as loud as you want. Until then, you see how it works? Yeah. Although we call him man's best friend, it's not really man's best friend. It's more, for me, a parent-child relationship because these have the brain cognitive development as a toddler. Yeah, so it's not a 50-50 relationship. It's more like a parent-child relationship. It's your job to teach them. It's your job to guide them. It's your job to feed them. Your job to freaking get medical attention if they need it. It's your job to provide shelter for them. Yeah, that's not your job with your mate. Your job with your best friend isn't to make. I mean, obviously, if they were going hungry, you'd feed them and you might buy them a dinner here and there. But your job, your role with your best friend isn't to provide a house for them, isn't to provide fucking food for them, isn't to provide clothing for them, isn't to provide medical care when they need it or dental care or stuff like that. That's not how best friends are. So we call them man's best friend, but it's more like parent-child. Yeah. He's not contributing. Yeah. He contributes in his own way, but he needs to follow the rules. Yeah, because it's the rules that will keep him safe. If he can run over to another dog because he's completely off the lead when he's not ready to be, he can run over to the wrong dog. And this bubbly personality he has might not happen when he runs over to the wrong dog and an accident happens. Yeah? So that's where we're at. He's not bad at all. He's got it. I just think he's getting away with those little things that we're not paying attention to. And I think that we're a little bit inconsistent sometimes. Sometimes we're like, right, I want you to do it, and the next time it's like, oh, whatever. Yeah, we're all a little bit guilty of it. We all are. Yeah, we're just humans at the end of the day. We work, we've got our own lives and stuff like that. Because he comes to work with you a lot, he's probably out of the house a lot. Because he's with you a lot, he's much more prone to listening to you. You're kind of like his, and then Sally's there in the evenings after work and stuff like that. He's tired. This is what this is. He's ready for a nap. Come here. Do you want cuddles? You don't like cuddles, do you? So again,
gives crap cuddles anyway, mate. I'm speaking with experience.
But how often does he go in his crate?
Only for
Nighttime.
bedtime.
Only for night time. What is he like in the house? Does he follow you around the house and things like that?
Yeah, if I get if I leave the room, he comes with, and if he hasn't noticed, so let's say he's in the kitchen,
So
and I've gone down the hallway and upstairs.
Sorry, just a quick observation here. I've let him get away with this, and you see how quickly now he's whining, he's trying to get over there. He's almost stressed when I give him that level of freedom. Yeah? That's why the whining's happening, the barking's happening. Yeah, he was tired, and he told me he was tired because he started like laying down like that. But because I've just gone, oh, whatever, you see how quickly. Come here. Yeah. Not kicking, just bringing you round. Come here. So we're just going to shorten up that lead.
If he's in the kitchen, I go down the hallway and upstairs, and he doesn't realise, he's like baby screams.
Hand in the pocket. Yeah.
What I've noticed, you ready? What do you feed him at home?
Raw beef chunks.
What comes out of packages?
These treats.
But this is the death test.
I did it earlier on. I literally put my hand in my pocket like that.
You'll be surprised how many people tell me that they think their dog is deaf or they think their dog's losing its hearing.
No, he's definitely not.
Yeah, I'm like, open your fridge. Open your biscuits in. Yeah. Just because you're shouting at your dog and it's not responding doesn't mean your dog can't hear you. It can. It's choosing to ignore you. Yeah. Open a biscuit tin. Rattle a packet.
Yeah.
dog responds to that, nothing wrong with your fucking hearing,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
My dog is literally deaf, not Myla, but Roxy is pretty much, I'm certain, nearly 100% deaf. Yeah, she's like coming up for 14. She doesn't hear the doorbell go. She doesn't hear people come in the house. You can be in the house for 15 minutes before she realises you're home, and then she comes down and she's like, you're home, like you've just walked through the door. Yeah, she couldn't hear the fireworks at all this year or anything like that. Nothing wrong with her nose. Her ears, not so much. So, yeah, I would start making sure he does need downtime. If he's constantly up and down when you're moving, I would start probably crating him after exercise for a couple of hours. One, to stop him following you so much, because this is creating a problem. It's getting to a point where if you leave him, he's panicking. If you go into the shop, he's panicking. If you go down the hall, he's panicking. So we need to start to teach him that he can spend some time by himself without you leaving. So I would start after exercise, sticking him in the crate for a couple of hours.
So if like Christian's not here in the house and I'm in the house, he'll go and be upstairs doing whatever. He doesn't need to be near someone, he just needs to be near him.
Yeah.
But well, if I leave him in the office and go downstairs,
Now
he's fine
okay,
because
but
I
he
can't.
has to-
What I'm really leaning towards more than anything else is making sure that he is getting that proper decompression after exercise. Because if he's had a good old run around hour, 2 hours or something like that, and then he's coming back and after 10 minutes you get up and he's following you, he's getting a lot of that interruption, which can lead to this. Yeah. Decompression is so important for dogs. He needs that downtime. So I would just start, as a general rule, after exercise, start sticking him in the crate for a couple of hours. Yeah. He's tired, but he doesn't, it's almost like he doesn't know how to switch off. Yeah. Like I said, this is a tired dog. We've been going for nearly 2 hours. He's had a lot to think about. Yeah, it's a lot for him to take in. He's tired, but it's that fight.
Yeah, he'll keep going all day.
So it's our job as a parent, if you will, to recognise that and go, no, mate, this is what I need from you.
Yeah.
You might think you want this, but no, I want you to stay here. Yeah. This is called, effectively, we call this the art of doing nothing. Yeah. It's something that I teach in my online training group. It's something that I teach to all of my clients. The art of doing nothing. Dogs are great when they're doing something, but they suck at doing nothing, and that's where he struggles. Practice this. Yeah. If you want him to hang out on the sofa with you or hang out by you, just keep him on a lead. Prevent him from making all of those decisions that he thinks he wants to do. Bring him back. This will help you when you go to pubs and things like that. It will help you when there's other dogs around. It will help you when there's a lot of chaos going on. It will help you if you wanted to take him somewhere else. Don't let him come between you. Use a lead inside and use that lead outside. I know you said you've used a long line, but he's 18 months. Like guide dogs, they tend to not go to homes until they're 18 months and above. The first 18 months is strict training. Yeah. That's because you could have a well-trained dog at, say, like 10, 11, 12 months, but they're still going to have so many moments where they're just a teenager. Yeah. I think you come away from the devices too soon and was maybe lured into a false sense of security with his behaviour. And I think you just need to strip it back a little bit.